Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy your stay here and I hope you enjoy this video. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a stressful one because I am studying for my first final exam, which is tomorrow at 9 a.m. It's my first final exam of semester 1 of year 3, my final year, and I'm stressed. I am very stressed. I have been studying for this exam for a while, but I haven't been filming it. But today I want to go for like 12 hours, maybe more, we'll see. And I wanted to take you guys along with me. Right now I am going to the shop to buy some energy drinks because I feel very low on energy at the moment, and I've been trying to study without caffeine, without needing caffeine, but a bitch needs it. A bitch needs the caffeine. So I'm going to get some energy drinks and then I'm gonna just get right into it. So let's go. As you can see, it's very rainy out, which is perfect for me because I love the cold, I love the gloom. Many people don't, but I do. Okay, now I'm back from the shop and I put my energy drinks in the freezer so it could get extra cold. And I'm having some trouble deciding if I want to study in my room, at my desk, or do I want to go outside on the balcony to study because it's rainy right now. It's a rainy day today and I love the cold air and the wind, so I feel like I'm going to go outside to study for a while and then maybe later on I will come back in here. So let's get ready to study. Okay, y'all hear that? It actually is too rainy and too windy to go outside to study. So unfortunately, we're gonna be studying indoors for right now. Let's get it. So I'm all set up on my desk and getting ready to begin the study session. I have about 10 things on my to-do list, 10 things I need to hit, and I'm gonna spend about an hour on each so that I'm fully prepared. So at least 10 hours, maybe more, because I'll have to then go over them all. I'm very nervous. The nerves are kicking in, but we got this. Right? Alright, let's begin. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to focus on, which is the thing that I've been mostly focusing on, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it today, is the essay section of the exam. And I have primarily focused my attention on this section because it's worth the most marks. It's worth 30 marks and I want to get as close to perfect as I can. The lecture that I'm choosing to do the essay on is for me the easiest. I remember it the best and the most, and it's more straightforward than it is application based. Of the other two questions are more application based, and I feel like this one is like once you know, you know. So I'm going to be focusing right now on that essay section. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to hit within that one question, and I'm good in about 3 of them. So I have to focus on the next 2, which is going to be what the next hour is going to be about. So let's get right in. People ask me all the time, how do I study? This is one method I use to listen up. So I type out my notes here on my notes. I highlight all the important information. I'm a more visual learner. You don't need to, you don't have to, but I do. I highlight everything. Usually my highlighters make sense, the colors, but sometimes not. It depends on the vibe. I read the information, read, and then I blurt it out on another piece of paper. Any information that I remember, I blurt it out. Blurting is an active recall studying method. It is amazing. So you read, you give yourself like 3 minutes, you read it, and then you go on a piece of paper, write down everything you remember. Read, write, then you test yourself. Any questions that you think are going to help, any hints that you have, go test yourself. So read, blurt, test. Read, blurt, test. That's active recall, guys. So it's been an hour and a half of work, and I finished the questions that I lacked in my essay. Now, the essay that I'm going to be doing is called On Create and Evil, the Influence of the Social Situations. That's the name of the lecture that the essay is based off of. And there's components of that essay that she wanted us to focus on. So one of the things is Stanley Milgram's 1974 experiment, which is the shock experiment. It's a very famous experiment. I've known about it since year one, but she wanted us to go really in depth with it. So I learned it very in depth, step by step, what he did, what was the setup, what was the outcomes. She also wanted us to focus on the 10 conditions that Milgram himself outlined that causes good people to engage in evil behavior. So I learned those 10 things. And it's very interesting to know, like, given these specific situations, that anyone, whether you perceive them to be a good person or a bad person, whatever, anyone can turn and do evil deeds given these specific criteria or situations that you put them in. It's very, very interesting to me, even though I'm not as interested in social psychology. I'm very interested in certain things regarding social psychology, like what makes people do evil things, because I'm very interested in forensics and criminal behavior. So this is very interesting to me, which is why I chose it as a topic to do my essay on. And then she wanted us to focus on the bystander effect, which I've known since year one, so don't really have to spend so much time on that. And also, what is the situational versus dispositional debate surrounding the explanation of evil behavior. So I have that down as well, because a lot of them are entwined, you know, especially with Milgram. He really talked about the situational factors and dispositional factors that clinical psychologists tend to focus on, psychiatrists tend to focus on. And if you're confused, I'll explain it just a little bit. So situational factors are factors outside of the individual. What things outside of the individual that are in the environment that could cause a person to act in evil ways. The dispositional view kind of views things as intrinsic. Is there something within the individual in their biology that makes them act in evil ways? And Stanley Milgram is basically saying, look, I did this experiment and these are relatively good people. We've tested them. They don't have any signs of psychopathy. They're all mentally well and good, and yet they would do evil things. They would go to the extreme. So there are situational things. There are things that it is in their environment, like having someone in authority stand next to you telling you that you have to do something, having a signed contract, feeling like you're obligated to do the thing. Those are all things that could cause someone to then go on to do evil acts. It could start off as small things, but it could eventually build up to doing very, very evil acts. So that's my essay topic. I feel like I could write a lot about it once I'm in that exam room. So now it is time for me to go eat lunch because it's 1 p.m. So I'm going to go eat some lunch and then go back to the short answer question portion of the exam. So it is 2 p.m. I have just finished having lunch. I took about 10 minutes to just give myself a little dopamine hit and scroll on social media for a bit. And now we're gonna get straight back into the short answer portion of the exam. And the short answers, there's 4 short answer questions that's going to be on the exam. And the first one is school engagement, which is lecture 8. So lecture 8 is this. It is the social psychology of education. And the way that this course is set up this semester is that there are a whole bunch of different articles that we got in the beginning of the semester, and each article is associated with a particular topic. So not only do we have to look at the notes, we have to go read those articles and remember what those articles said, the findings, that kind of thing. So for this, the article associated with this one is a 2018 article called Fatal, and I'm gonna butcher this last name, Kubis-Suwiski. Kubis-Suwiski. I don't know, but that is the article associated with this lecture. Also, we don't know what question is going to come. All we know is that it's going to come on school engagement. However, she did give us a list of supplemental questions for all of the lectures. So questions that may or may not come for the exam. But she very much hinted, she very much pounded us by saying, do the supplemental questions. The supplemental questions are going to help you in your exam. Do the supplemental questions. Don't rely on Google. Don't go to Google. Don't go to YouTube. Look at your notes. Look at the articles. Look at the supplemental questions. That's basically all she wanted us to do. So I went to the supplemental questions, and I highlighted this one in particular because this one speaks to student engagement. All the rest don't. The rest is based on the rest of the lecture, but particularly student engagement is this question. And I feel like this question is going to come. So I'm going to prepare the answer to this question. The question is, what are the 3 components of student engagement according to that 2018 article? I'm not going to butcher the name again. So what I'm going to do is read the article front to back, read the lecture front to back, and I'm going to answer specifically this question. I'm going to answer it in a way that will get me I believe it's 5 marks per question, since it's worth, the entire section is worth 20 marks. There's 4 questions, so I believe it's 5 marks per question. So I'm going to create an answer that is most likely going to get me those 5 marks. So let's go. Let me show you bulletin in real time, right? So I'm going to read exactly what I have to write on this paper tomorrow. What I have to write. The question is actually asking. The question that may come. Most likely it's going to come. I'm not 100% certain, but it's in one of our supplemental learning questions. So I feel like it's gonna come. What are the 3 components of student engagement according to Fatal 2018? Right? Fatal and Kubiski 2018. So usually this is a 5 marker, I believe. So what I would do, I wouldn't just put just the 3 components alone. I want to get the full 5 marks. So what I'll do is define what student engagement is, why it's important, because we do have that note, and then list the 3 to get the 5. For me, that's what I did to get 5 marks, right? So I put it together, and The way that it goes is student engagement refers to the degree of attention, interest, and passion students show when they are learning or being taught. Definition. Student engagement is a critical protective factor against dropping out and consists of 3 components. Why is it useful? It's a protective factor. 3 components now: behavioral, affective, cognitive. The behavioral is the desire to participate and spend time on tasks. Affective is students' attraction to school and their perception on whether school is useful. And the cognitive is the mental efforts used for learning a new task. That's what I have to learn. I have to learn that. I don't need to learn it verbatim, just have the general gist of it, right? So it refers to the degree of attention, interest, and passion students show when they're learning or being taught. Now, here's how I will remember those 3 things, right? Attention, interest, and passion. You know, there's this TikTok audio that's like, more passion, more energy, you know, that. So like, I think of that sound, and then I'll be like, no, it's not energy, it's passion, right? And then from passion, I automatically, once I have that keyword, once I have something that sparks the thought, then I'll know interest and passion, interest, attention. Should I do passion, interest, attention? Passion, P, interest, attention, Pia. Should I do a Pia? P-I-A. Pia. Right. So, okay. You see? Learning in real time. So, what I'll do is remember that energy, passion, right? And then I'll learn Pia. So, passion, interest, attention. P-I-A. Passion, interest, attention. Passion, interest, attention. Passion, interest, attention. Right? When they're learning or being taught. It's a critical protective factor against dropping out. And there are 3 components. Behavioral is the desire. How am I going to remember the word desire? A streetcar named Desiree? Maybe. Desire, passion. What could I link it to? Desire. How to learn desire. The desire to participate. So when I think about me, one way to learn is like to try to relate it back to yourself, right? So when you think of me, I have an interest to participate in class and to comply with the teacher, which is comply with the teachers, right? So I have a desire to participate and spend time on tasks because I do homework. So I will relate it back to me. The affective is the attraction to school. So with these kind of words, attraction, desire, passion, I kind of have to look at it from a loving sort of way. Attraction, passion, desire. Right, so students' attraction to school and their perception of whether it's useful, and cognitive is the mental efforts used to complete a task, right? So let's just do it and see what we remember. So let me just okay, so this is what I wrote, right? And this is just straight from the noggin. Student engagement refers to the passion, interest, and attention PIA students show towards learning and being taught. This is a critical protective factor against dropping out and consists of 3 components: behavioral, affective, cognitive. Behavioral is the desire to comply with teachers, complete tasks, and learn new information. Affective is the attraction to school and perception of how useful school is, and cognitive is the mental effort put forward to learn and complete tasks. So So I believe that was basically it. Participate and spend time on task. Participate. I forgot participate. Desire to participate. So I have to think of like active participation. Participation marks. That's what I could, because we have something called participation marks, where the more you participate, the more marks you get, right? So that's what I will use to remember participation. Desire to participate. Participation marks. Learning in real time. So it is 3:30 and I finished with one of the short answers. I read the article, I read the lecture, and I created my answer to the question that I think is gonna come, and I learned it off, and I have it down. So now I'm moving on to the second question of the short answers, which will be theories of the family. That's a big one. I don't know what question here comes, so I have to learn all the theories of the family, and they're like so much. They're like a dozen or so. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but there's a lot. So I don't know what question could possibly come for that. So I'm gonna go learn all the theories. I think that's gonna take like about 2 hours. All right, let's go. What the hell was I worrying about? Because I'm here studying and I'm like, I got this. You know what I needed? You know what was missing? This. I was trying to do it caffeine free. What the hell was I thinking? You know, I needed this. Because now I feel energized. I feel good. I feel lit. I feel great. I mean, I'm still stressed. Still anxious. That comes with the territory of writing an exam. Still very, very nervous. But better, you know, better. Up here, we're good. Okay, it is 5:30 and I'm finished with the theories of the family. I can't say it verbatim yet, like it's not 100% integrated, but I need to move on. That's another thing that I do. If I feel stuck on something, move on, come back to it, right? So I've done that. And now the next thing that I have to focus on is, hold on, let me set you down here actually. Sorry guys that there is a lot of noise in the background. So next thing I have to focus on is stereotype threat, which is going to be easy. It's like a 3-4 liner. So, and lecture 7. What is lecture 7? Adolescent health, well-being, and social support. So, and then that will cover everything in the short answer segment. So I'm going to do those two at once. So stereotype threat and lecture 7. Sorry, it's pretty loud right now, but I want to do that within the next hour. So by 6:30, then I'm gonna take a shower, and then at 7 p.m. the class is going on a group chat to do like a group study session. So I'm going to go to that and hopefully brush up on some of the concepts that I covered during this day. I don't know what time they'll finish, but when they finish, then I'll just go over the multiple choice questions, which should not take very long because multiple choice is usually very easy for me. So I'm on track to finish by like 10-11 p.m. So let's do stereotype threat and the adolescent health. So it is 7 p.m. I just took a shower. I'm in my nightgown. And I feel pretty rejuvenated, ready for more work. So now I have to go log on to a Google meeting with the rest of my class, do a little study session with them. I don't know how long I will stay on there with them, but when I get off, then I'm gonna do some more solo work. I really want everything, I want to shut everything down by like 10 p.m 11 p.m for the latest, because what I plan to do is take a sleep, but not a long sleep. I'll probably wake up around 4 a.m and then do another little study session again until like 7:30, and then get ready for my exam at 9. So I really want to like cut everything off at like 10 11 p.m for the latest. So it's 7:05, so let's go log on and see what everyone's up to. So it is 9:30 p.m. and I am completely done with studying for right now. For this session. I just got off of the group call, and it was so incredibly helpful that I didn't need to go and do I didn't need to go do a solo session, because they basically answered all the questions and I took all the notes I needed. But I'm starting to feel tired. I'm starting to feel it in the eyes, so I know I need to like start shutting down now. I want to be asleep by 11 o'clock, so I will wake up for around, I think 5 a.m is a good time. That's 6 hours. I think that's good. And do about 3 hours worth of like reading. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to end it off here for right now for the night, and I will see you guys in the morning. So it is 7:27 a.m. and I look like the hottest of messes because I am not a morning person. I am a night owl. I don't do well in the mornings at all. But I'm here taking one last read, and one last like writing everything out. I want to rewrite Milgram one last time, and at about 7:45 I am going to start getting ready because my exam is at 9 a.m. I'm going to be taking these like scrap pieces of paper to like read while I wait for the exam room to open up, because they're gonna make you throw away every piece of scrap paper you have before you enter the exam room. And I'm not going with this and throwing this away. I worked too hard on this. This is going in my folder. This is going to be with me forever.
So I go with my like scrap pieces of paper that I scribbled on, that I wrote everything on, and then throw these away before I enter the exam room. Then you're not even allowed to have a clear pencil case. Like, it's crazy. I'm just walking around freehand with my pens and my pencils. Anyway, it is 7:29 now, and I'm going to just write Milgram one more time because I feel like that's gonna be a lot of marks, and I need to have it like right on the tip, so as soon as I open that paper I could just, you know. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take a shower. Okay, it is 7:40 and it's time for me to get ready. This is it. It's raining, so I feel like I have to get there a little bit earlier so that I could go with my umbrella and check that in. It's a whole process. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go take a shower now and hopefully look like a decent human being within the next half hour. Okay, so I'm all ready to go. It is 8:12 a.m. My exam starts at 9 a.m. But since it's raining out, I have to carry an umbrella, and if I'm carrying an umbrella, it means I have to lodge it and make sure it gets checked in. So that's gonna take a while. So I'm very nervous, but I'm trying to keep my calm, trying to keep my composure. You know, all the information is here, you know, so I just gotta stay calm. I know it. I'm going in and I'm doing the best that I could do regardless of the outcome. I'm going in with knowing that I did my best. That's all I could ask for myself, is that I did my best. So now that the rain has eased, I'm gonna take my chances and walk to school now. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Rainy day. I just came out the exam room. My hair is a mess because it's raining and it got wet, but oh my gosh, that exam was amazing. It was great. I loved it. I was very prepared for it. I feel good about it, and I did the best that I could do. That's all I could ask. All right, let's head on home now. So I am back home and my hair is a mess because it got wet in the rain, so I got back the curl. But the exam was amazing. It was awesome. It was everything that I studied, everything that we got hinted that would come came, and I think I did pretty well. Like, shout out my lecturer, like shout out Miss Ramasa. She gave us all the hints, great hints to use. I basically just used that as a guide and was like, I'm going with faith, I'm going with Miss Ramasa, and it was good. It was good. That's the thing that I do when I have time after an exam. A little thing that I do to relieve my anxiety, I guess, is after the exam, once I have extra time, I will go and look at all the questions I know I got right and calculate the scores based on what I know. Like, I know for certain, for sure, I got that right. I will go and add up the scores and give myself what I would consider to be the minimum mark for that exam. So for this exam, I think I got a B. Minimum a B, nothing less. The questions that. Like, I don't know how she's gonna mark the essay. So it could be a B plus, it could be an A minus, but minimum a B. I'm happy with that because all I need is to maintain a B average for my courses, and I will graduate with the honors that I want. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that. So I went to the shop, I got some snacks, I bought myself a chicken roti because I was feeling for it. Even though I have food in the fridge, I was like feeling for a chicken roti. So I'm gonna go eat and then take a much needed nap. And I don't think I will study today. My next exam is on the 11th. Today is the 7th. So if I start tomorrow, it'll be the 8th, 9th, and 10th that I will be studying. And I think that's sufficient. I think I will take today to rest. But thank you guys for joining in on 24 hours in my life as a psychology student. 24 hours studying from my first final exam as a year 3 student. I hope you found it funny, informative, interesting, anything of the sort. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, and if you're not, please subscribe. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.